Today I want to share an idea for SPX Technologies, another local North Carolina company. In particular, a novel deep learning method, how this might be applied to improve the operational or lower operational costs, improve maintenance for some of their customers. Now, what's SPX? Well, they have two big business segments. One in particular is HVAC systems, the other is sensors and detection systems. They have this, they're growing great. They are well diversified across commercial, industrial, residential. And they have this big plan for SPX 2025, their strategic plan to get revenues of $2 billion. This year, HVAC is like 60% of that, and this year they'll do something like $750 million from HVAC. Things are going well, but there's still opportunities for improvement. And one in particular is maintenance costs, because the reason customers buy this system, one of the big reasons they buy it, it's more efficient. It also has lower operational costs. One area where at least a lot of time is spent, I'm using a proxy of this of YouTube videos describing maintenance, but one area where they're spending a lot of time, customers are, is preventing and dealing with corrosion. So these systems are made from stainless steel. They have these water basins. Turns out stainless steel isn't always so stainless. Some of this is due to environmental regulation, reflecting how much chromium you can use when you do this, finish off the galvanization process. So basically, like, this is highly carcinogenic. It really prevents rust, but it also causes cancer, so there's some balance. At least that's my understanding. So as a result, they can use a little bit, but depending on the local water supply, the hardness, the pH, these types of things can really influence how much corrosion, how much rust shows up. Remember, with rust, the metal is basically wearing away. So right now, this is a balance. A technician or repair person goes out, they do visual inspection. Presence of white rust, we need to then go talk to the water treatment person and take action. Now, again, I don't have a hard number to quantify this, but there is time spent, and if the unit becomes so saturated with white rust, it does need to be sandblasted and regalvanized. It's out of operation for at least a week, which could be a significant burden on an industrial facility. So how is this being dealt with today? Again, it's mostly visual inspection at the moment, but there are some ML approaches, and this is where things get really cool. Most of the traditional techniques is, hey, how do we figure out the presence of metal loss? It's a classification problem. Originally, some of the papers used XGBoost, now convolutional neural networks. And what's really fun is there was a recent paper in 2021, a PhD thesis out of the National Technical University of Athens, using object detection. And what's nice about this, it proved to be more effective than the CNN. I know those are technical terms. So if you remember the Silicon Valley show, Jin Yang had not hot dog. That was a convolutional neural network that figured out if something was a hot dog or not a hot dog. It actually wasn't even that good at figuring out hot dogs. If you remember the scene with Eric Bachman taking a picture of a part of his anatomy. And that is similar to the rust example here, because these models are trained on lots of examples of not rust. So if the model thinks, okay, it's not rust, therefore it must be rust, object detection techniques start from the assumption that the background is filled with things that are not the object. There's lots of not rust in the background. Let's only look for rust. So we could bubble all of this up to the end user through a digital product SPX has launched called CoolTech, which is designed to allow non-SPX sales reps to basically allow customers to self-service, which one of these models do I need? So we could give them a quick scorecard of, hey, here's in these environmental conditions and these water conditions based on your pH, acidity, things like that. This is what we recommend for your filtration system and your water levels. And then moreover, here's a model that's available if you want to upload images or video of your unit for your ongoing maintenance, so we can predict, we can both detect the presence, potentially even the severity of your metal loss to prevent this having to go in and do this extensive maintenance. All of this should help improve the operational or lower operational costs for customers, helping SPX meet their big 2025 goal.